what's up, Oilers? It's Roslyn, and welcome back to your favorite part of Monday mornings. And a beautiful welcome to the wonderful month of March, where spring starts to blossom with warmer weather, and hopefully those bomb cyclones will stay away. I am so excited to enter spring, I could almost get up and dance, but I'll save my dancing for later and show you how I grooved celebrating Mardi Gras last week right here on campus. Mardi Gras, directly translated from the French language and known in English as Fat Tuesday, is celebrated 47 days before Easter each year. This cultural phenomenon is celebrated in many countries around the world, mainly those with large Roman Catholic populations. Brazil, Venice, and New Orleans host some of the world's most famous public festivities, drawing thousands of tourists and celebrations each year. Here's everything you guys know and may not about Mardi Gras. Do you know what today is?
I have no idea.
Really?
Tuesday.
Okay, so do you know what today is?
No.
Leprechaun Day.
No, come on. Do you know what today is? You're close. I see it in your eyes. Tuesday? No. Do you know what today is?
It's Tuesday.
Oh, come on. But what type of Tuesday?
I know what it is. Hold on.
Come on.
The 21st of February.
Okay, close. What's today?
Tuesday.
What's today? What's today?
It's a holiday?
Yes!
Swear.
What? You think we just walk around like this? Why are you Mardi Gras? How are we celebrating today?
We're giving out candy to people. We're Alpha Council.
Woo!
I don't know. I'm probably going to go ahead and throw some beads at people tonight.
That's good.
That's a good idea.
That's my favorite thing.
Just like into oncoming
Perfect.
traffic.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
No, it's like a drive-by but with beads.
Oh,
bead.
nice.
Drive
Yeah.
Drive-by, but with beads.
Yeah. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
I got you.
no gun violence.
We went and marched around the school with the Huntington Beach High School marching band, and we played some tunes
Did
to
you see
celebrate.
anyone while you were
You're supposed to keep your mask on until what time?
till midnight?
6 p.m.
6 p.m. That's
Let's
what I
ask.
said.
Let's ask someone
6 p.m.
who might know that.
No one would know that.
Till the next morning. 12 o'clock.
Tell whatever the answer is.
6 p.m.
I was gonna
6 p.m. Oh, totally.
6 p.m.
Totally.
That's
Yeah,
what it is.
that's what I
Of
meant.
course.
Yep.
5 p.m.
You're close.
Really?
Yeah, actually. You're the closest.
What is it?
What, you give a guess.
6 p.m.
It is 6.
Okay.
As Mark Twain once said, an American has not seen the United States until he has seen Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Until I can verify that statement for myself, I think our HBHS marching band will suffice.
Hi, I'm Chase Corney. I am a senior at Huntington Beach High School. I am the treasurer of the car club, and this is my Ferrari Civic. I got this amazing Ferrari Civic by simply putting on Ferrari badges. We got quite a big engine right here. How about I take you around and you can have a look? In this 100% totally Ferrari Civic, we've got a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It produces approximately 160 horsepower. Truly amazing for a definitely Ferrari. And fun fact, this car here produces more horsepower than a certain interviewer's Alex King and his 1980s Porsche 944. Now let me show you the rest of the car.
So Chase, in your current driving position, how much legroom do you have?
I actually have a pretty good amount of legroom.
You see it go down?
It actually does. It's the wrong handle. Let's take a look at the trunk.
So Chase,
Yeah,
can you fit a Costco shopping in here?
definitely. I used to go Costco shopping all the time.
What else can you fit in here?
Well, you.
Thanks, guys. You know, I recently saw a car crash on the news, and I solved the mystery of whether or not a Mercedes-Benz. I even saw that some cars are going green. Speaking of green, here's Alicia Megumi telling you all about the HBHS Green Team.
Green Team is a popular club here at HBHS consisting of growing crops and learning about agriculture. Here are some of the members giving us information on what they do here on campus.
Today we're out here in the garden, and behind me we have a new hydroponic system, which is a high-scale farming apparatus, I guess to say, that basically farms only using water. So it's a cool system where it doesn't use any soil whatsoever, and it only uses water that's running through the pumps and able to give us a higher output farming.
I'm talking about the tilapia right here. They're all born and raised in this pond, and the water that they fertilize helps come and feed the raised beds agriculture.
So these are our fruit trees that we planted, I believe last year, the year before in the garden. They're all in these half barrels. We have lots of different varieties. This one's a peach tree and it just started blooming. Spring's finally coming here and we're super excited to hopefully get some fruit this year.
Some of our goals for this year is we want to have an end of the year green team feast, and we're looking to sell our produce to restaurants. And also we want to get our produce into the school lunches.
We're basically working with a few new local restaurants in Huntington Beach right now and growing some lettuce and other produce here at school to sell to them. So it's a cool class if you're interested in business opportunities but also in gardening. So definitely join the Club Green Team or join the Farm to Fork class.
Farm to Fork!
Hey Oilers! Today we visited Point 11 Grill. It is a Persian kebab grill located on 11th and Orange Street. Its menu features a wide variety of kebabs, salads, wraps, and many types of proteins to choose from. We ordered the chicken kubide, beef shish kebab, and boneless chicken kebab. All of the orders come with a generous helping of rice. On top of that, we were treated with complimentary bread and butter. Our food turned out pretty good. The meat was flavorful, and so were the veggies. The only downside is the beef is a little salty in our opinion. The service was fantastic, and so was the decor. It gives a nice, relaxing, and comforting feel. Point 11 Grill also happens to be located right across the street from Chronic Tacos. If you want something different, or you just really craving barbecue kebabs, I would recommend giving this place a try.
If Persian kebabs aren't your thing, maybe Braden can pleasure your taste buds with some tiramisu.
Hey Oilers, today I'm going to be making one of my favorite desserts, tiramisu. It seems pretty complicated, but it's actually a really simple process. The first step is separating the eggs. So the easiest and most simple way to separate an egg is by just cracking it, and then keeping the two halves, essentially just juggling the yolk between the two until all the whites are separated, and then put it in a different bowl. Well, I have separated all of the eggs, so now it's time to make our meringues. Essentially you get 4 ounces of sugar, or about half a cup, and you put them into both bowls. And next, which is the longest part of making a tiramisu, whipping it. Well, I've whipped together the yolks and the whites. Now it is time to put in the mascarpone cheese into our egg yolk mixture. Well, I've mixed the mascarpone with the egg yolk mixture, so now it's time that we combine our two things. We do a similar process with the mascarpone where we add it in somewhat gradually, scoop by scoop, and then incorporate it. Now it's time to actually make this. You get a thin layer at the very bottom. Now we start layering. Essentially soak these for a little bit, putting them into the tray. And essentially we do this and then we layer it twice. So the tiramisu is done. I've successfully layered all the ladyfingers and I have put on all the layers of cream. So now just refrigerate this. I typically do it for a full night. I'm gonna bring it out and I'm gonna have some friends taste test it.
Thanks, Braden. Now the time you all have been waiting for has finally arrived. Here's our Hall Talk guy.
Woo! Hall Talk!
No.
It's happening!
Not yet, not yet, not yet!
Hall Talk!
For centuries, scientists have been baffled by the mysteries of the ocean, the Bermuda Triangle, the lost city of Atlantis, but none more baffling than the enigma of the sea sponge, a creature filled with holes that miraculously still holds water. What is this voodoo that somehow makes this possible? Help me today investigate the sponge, friend from the sea or nature's greatest deceiver. How does a sponge hold water if it's full of holes?
It just does.
It does, but how?
I don't know how, it just does.
How does a sponge hold water if it's full of holes?
Because it's like dense.
But it's not. It's light. It's full of holes. How does a sponge hold water if it's full of holes?
Because it absorbs it.
But how? Where does the water go? Because the sponge is all holes.
It absorbs it.
How?
It just absorbs it.
It just does?
Yes.
But how?
Jesus.
Jesus. Sponge Jesus. It doesn't make any sense. It's full of holes.
But it's inside of it.
But there's holes inside.
But like, I mean, you can have a bunch of holes and keep in a lot of stuff. I'm just saying.
What? How does the sponge hold water if it's full of holes?
Because the water goes through the holes, right?
Yeah, but then wouldn't go out of the sponge?
No, but the holes lead into another hole, right?
So it's holeception.
Exactly.
Hole in a hole.
It sucks up the water and it holds the water.
How does a sponge hold water if it's full of holes?
Thank you.
Is the sponge a living thing? That's the true
Well, a sponge is dead. A sponge that you use for like holding water is dead.
How do you know that? What if the sponge is a living thing with emotions and feelings?
Huh.
What's the question?
How does a sponge hold water if it's full of holes?
The absorption of the fiberglass in the sponge holds all the water and absorbs it, because I learned that in SpongeBob, but it's kind of confusing because SpongeBob doesn't absorb the ocean.
Who's to say the ocean isn't just rapidly depleting?
I watched all the episodes and all the water stays.
I'm just saying.
But there's holes.
I'm just...
Water goes through holes. How does a sponge hold water if it's full of holes?
It doesn't.
But it does.
But SpongeBob never is fat. So.
Because he's full of water.
No, he's not full of water.
How do you know?
Because he's dry.
But it's holes.
But yeah, there's holes. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I got my SpongeBob shoes.
That's
pretty cool. And it matches my backpack, so like, I mean, how cool can it get?
Wow, that was so absorbing. Well, that's all we have for you today, Oilers. For all important updates and behind-the-scenes footage, follow at HBHS Campus Update on Instagram. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe so you never miss a show. Continue working hard, getting those good grades, stay classy, and we'll see you all back here next Monday.